This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
Welcome to another episode of the Royal We. I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
We're here to talk about news, fake and real. We take user-submitted headlines and we have conjecture-based conversations about them.
Yes, we do.
We never get to the bottom of the facts. Or the top of the facts.
No,
or
we
even
don't.
the middle of the facts.
Yeah.
We do skim the top. Sometimes I feel like we figure it out.
We cream. Sometimes we get the cream. Skim the cream.
Yeah.
Make that cheese.
That's true.
That's how they make cheese, right?
If you guys want to send us headlines, and you should, you can do that at Royal WeCast on Twitter or royalwecast@gmail.com. Yeah. You can also send us audio files, little clips.
Sound effects.
Sound effects to get us between topics. I want to thank my buddy Zach for this sound effect. Thank you, buddy. All right, getting right into it. Ooh, I got some good ones.
Okay.
I got some good ones.
All right.
Okay, here's one I found myself. Cryogenically frozen brains
Love it already.
will be woken up and transplanted into donor bodies within 3 years, claims surgeon.
3 years.
2020.
Says surgeon.
Says
one,
surgeon.
So one surgeon.
Says one guy.
Has he talked to anybody, any other surgeons?
He's been talking to the brains.
Yeah.
Hey, my precious, my pretties.
I didn't even know they were freezing whole brains yet.
What?
I didn't know they
freezing
were
parts of brains?
I didn't know they were freezing brains.
Yeah, you did.
All right. I don't think I did.
Remember we talked about, was it Joe DiMaggio's head?
Oh.
There's got to be a brain inside there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's got to be a brain in that head. They're kicking around.
Yeah, you did, man, because we read that article about those fuckers, those chuckle fucks at the cryogenics lab who were kicking Joe DiMaggio's head around. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you knew.
I know, yeah.
There's a brain inside his head.
I know, I didn't. There's got to be brain in there. Just freezing a brainless head. They just froze the head. They took the brain. They pulled the brain out.
It comes back like, he looks like Joe DiMaggio, therefore he is Joe DiMaggio.
He ain't saying a lot. Wait. Say a brain in that head.
The only thing he can do is sing that Scarecrow song.
What?
If I only had a brain.
Oh, that Scarecrow song. The Scarecrow song.
Are there other Scarecrow songs?
No, that's the quintessential Scarecrow song.
So, in 3 years, in 2020, what makes me think, man.
I'm all for it.
But do they have some prototype brains?
What do you mean?
Like, you're not just going to jump to... Have they done it with an animal? Have they done it with...
Yeah.
You're not just going to be like, well, we think we can do it. Let's do it with a human.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have classes of humans. You're just going to do it with what? Criminals? You kill a criminal and try to bring his brain back?
You want to bring his brain... I mean, that's like Demolition Man or something, huh?
Or like, was that Idle Hands? Do you know that movie?
I know it. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
They cut the hands. This guy gets a hand transplant with a murderer.
Oh, and he's got murderer hands.
He's got murderer hands.
Yeah, I think my problem was that whenever I saw the synopsis I was like, I don't think it's how hands work. Your hands don't have the brain inclinations of what they used to be.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Have you ever seen the one, it's kind of a non sequitur, but the one with the woman who has teeth in her vagina?
Oh, I did see that. It's called Teeth.
It's called Teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a different idea.
Yeah.
But I think 3 years is a little bit of a...
That's getting there. I mean, I hope so. I hope we gaslight this thing, greenlight it.
Let's go. I mean, I say yes.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I think we need to start with like a monkey brain.
They're not going to wake up Disney.
No, you can't start with somebody big. You don't want to fuck up like a famous brain. You just got to fuck just somebody, just somebody who signed a donor card.
But only going to be one whole year if this actually is a thing.
How many people have frozen their brain?
Walt Disney, Gary Busey.
He's still alive.
That brain is frozen.
He's already frozen, and that's the deal with Gary Busey. No, don't make fun of him, man. His brain's frozen. He's already frozen. He jumped the gun. He said, "Freeze it." People say I'm a star. I'm not a star. A star is a burning ball of gas millions of miles away. Freeze my brain.
I don't care that the medical technology is not there yet. I say freeze it. It's not. I don't think it's there. I'm not one to say. I'm not a surgeon.
I say whenever he does go, bring that brain back.
But what a world, man! You start bringing back Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Do you think Walt Disney's going to be happy with like Moana? You think he's going to be happy with where Disney is right now?
No, he's going to show up and be, because he died as just as racist as you can be.
Did he?
I mean, it's kind of common knowledge. He was a bit racist. So he's not going to enjoy the world that he comes back into.
Who else is frozen? Joe DiMaggio, Walt Disney.
But they've been kicking his head around.
Putin? Not Putin.
He's alive.
Not Putin. No,
again.
the bad Russian that's dead.
The bad Russian that's dead.
The big one who killed so many people.
What's his name from Rocky?
The big guy, the
Dolph Lundgren.
Mustache.
Stalin.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. You don't bring back Stalin?
He's preserved.
But you don't bring back Stalin. Of all that, you bring back a nice guy you would take to an event.
Why would you take him to an event?
Yeah.
We woke up Disney. Hey, we brought him to my
quinceañera. To Hitler. We wanted to bring back Stalin first, then Hitler. We don't know what happened to Hitler.
He killed himself. Then he shoot himself in the head in a bunker somewhere.
Yeah. I don't think there's any bringing him back.
No, his brain's not preserved. But I think Stalin's body is preserved.
With what year technology?
That's true. I don't know. I feel like maybe if we're preserving brains starting today.
Yeah, the ones... Yeah, I don't know how that works. That'll be interesting. I'm for it. I say give it a shot.
Right. What's it going to harm us? All it's going to be is benefits for us. Our brains aren't going to get messed up. Maybe we'll get to have, early Busey back. Mm-hmm. Before he got in that motorcycle
DJ
accident.
Doc, bring that brain back. Wiki.
Here's something that's sort of in a recent trend of things I believe. I've been kind of soul searching and finding things I believe that I actually have no proof of. I recommend everyone at home play that game.
Okay.
Because you'll find some shit kicking around in your head.
What do you mean?
Do you remember we talked about, like, for example, that friend of mine who I said he didn't date girls who ate chili?
Oh, yeah.
And I made that up. Uh-huh. Or the mattress thing we talked about before. The Japanese don't have coils in their mattresses, therefore they don't have cancer in the left side of their bodies.
Yeah.
Or what was another one?
No, that's good to do.
Man skin versus women's skin. The reason that women can't open jars because man skin is more firm.
Right.
It's attached more closely to the muscle fibers or something.
Right. Just baloney things.
But, like, these are things that I was like, huh. And then just took on face value, and then I never thought about it again.
I did that recently because we had a conversation about MSG, and I always had that thing in my head because you always just hear it's like MSG's not good for you. And you were like, I think that's bullshit, man. And I looked into it, and it is bullshit. There's no scientific proof at all that there's anything wrong with MSG.
No, and MSG is in so many things you already eat.
Except the fact that it's super high in salt, and that's not good for you. So any adverse effects that people might be getting from it, it's just from too much salt.
Right.
It's nothing to do with anything to do with the thing. There's no scientific proof.
No.
And
And MSG, you know how many fucking MSG, there's MSG in Doritos, there's MSG in almost every mushroom that grows, just naturally. Yeah. That's where they get MSG. It's from a mushroom.
And people looking like, wait, there's no MSG in this.
Hey, Secret Transmissions, giving you another shout out. Do an episode on MSG.
Ghost MSG.
We'll show up, we'll do bad Chinese impersonations. No MSG, too much, go around.
Yes.
Toby, get at us. But I recently remembered, I think I read a book. Now, I don't even know what I read or what my belief is, or where it came from. I think I was reading a book about Rottweilers. Mm-hmm. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know where I read this, but I'm pretty sure that in the old days, they used to use the urine of Portuguese people as toothpaste.
Just the Portuguese?
You crushed it, man. Just the Portuguese. Now, here's I think I have weirdly good dental hygiene for someone who doesn't take the best care of his teeth. Mm-hmm. I brush my teeth once a day, but I don't really think about it a lot, and I don't go to the dentist very often, right? Here are my facts. There's that. That's one. Mm-hmm. I don't take care of my teeth. My teeth are pretty good. Fact number two. When I was in second grade, we had a scientist show up to our school, and we all went around the classroom, and like some people had to touch doorknobs.
Pee in each other's mouth. But, yeah.
The scientist said. So then we had to like touch doorknobs and then touch petri dishes or like, touch stuff and touch petri dishes. And then there was like a control group, someone who didn't touch anything, just their hands. Well, mine was I had to spit in the petri dish, but nothing grew, man. Everyone else's grew. Mine didn't grow.
Oh, you don't have
I'm also pretty Portuguese. I'm like 75% Portuguese.
Or you've been chewing a lot of Orbit's gum.
Right. You got that xylitol kicking around, whatever it is. Now, so here's the facts. I showed my work. Prove me wrong.
Me?
Me now?
How did I get drug into this?
I think that, I don't know that's a thing, but I imagine there's certain people, there's certain races that there's genes, genetic genes. There's certain races that have a higher propensity for muscle growth. Mm. Right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be ones that just have like
better, less mouth bacteria.
Or they fight it better.
Yeah.
And then maybe that translates in their urine. Now I think I might be confused.
But the whole using the urine as toothpaste of just Portuguese people, was it prized around the world?
I think maybe. Like now I think I'm thinking about it. I'm applying more thought to it. The book might have been about dogs, and it might have been about Portuguese water dogs. Maybe they use the urine of Portuguese water dogs.
Even stranger. Maybe.
It's in my heart somewhere, man. They use urine for toothpaste of some beast. They use the urine of a beast.
They did so many things throughout history. I mean, I don't know. I can't put anything past anybody anymore.
Do you remember we were watching, what was it, Nathan For You? That show that he like tries to pitch things to people, like improve their businesses. And he's like helping that gas station guy. And towards the end of it, he talks about how he like drinks the urine from a young boy. And he says it's so straight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys YouTube that. That. And the guy, like, I guess, and I've heard this before of like drinking in like India, part of like if you're having marriage troubles, you drink the urine of your wife and she drinks your urine, and that sort of like brings you closer.
You're going to have to show me the paper on that, because that sounds like hokum, man. It sounds like horse baloney. That just seems like an old wife, like a...
Listen, Nate, I'm going to say something. Maybe it's a little pointed. And I'm sorry if I offend you. I know that you are a divorced man.
Yes.
And I can't help but think if you had drank the urine of your ex-wife, you would still be together.
How do you know I never did? Yeah, that's actually why we got divorced. I was like, I'm not doing that.
No more!
No more urine!
No more urine! Enough with the urine already!
Enough! For the last time, you're not Jewish.
You're in trouble.
No, with the peeing and the drinking.
In other news, this one was sent to me by our friend Bradley. A drunk man was arrested for knocking over Silicon Valley's crime-fighting robot.
Love it. What? Okay.
Drunk man was arrested for knocking over Silicon Valley's crime-fighting robot.
Okay, I got something to say. This is a robot designed to fight basically drunk criminals. And a drunk crime man managed to knock over the robot.
Imagine you knocked over a cop. You could do it. Doesn't defeat the cop. Maybe he got back up.
Doesn't defeat the cop.
You wouldn't be happy.
We don't know. Maybe it was a turtle bot. We don't know. And it landed right on its back.
Oh, crime has defeated me. I am the crime turtle bot. Imagine that. Drunk man was arrested for knocking over Silicon Valley's crime-fighting turtle bot. You're like, why? Why turtle bot?
Does it stop turtle crime?
People have been painting their shells for too long in the Silicon Valley.
This is my natural camouflage, and I don't appreciate it.
So I am a robot designed to stop turtle crime.
I also look like a turtle. But so just Silicon Valley has its own
crime-fighting robot.
Crime-fighting robot. Of course it does.
I mean, I imagine.
What's it do? Does it patrol the streets and go?
It depends on how loose of a term you're using for crime-fighting robot. Like I just be robot.
If a drunk dude can knock it over, they need to do some work.
What I mean though is if you're the term robot is you being used loosely. Like those cameras that take pictures at stoplights. Mm-hmm. That's probably, that's a crime-fighting robot.
Right. Very loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, what exactly implies robot?
You know those arms that move up that let you in and out of parking spaces?
Yeah, I thought automate the ability to move about made a robot, but maybe not. Because I guess a robot could just be, it would still, if you have an arm and it moves around and like.
I'm not even sure you need an arm.
Moves and solders things in like an assembly line. That's a robot.
That's a robot.
But if you're, it's a crime-fighting robot. Yeah, but I'm saying, because on the scale of crime, you've got masterminds, then you go all the way down the list. If drunk guy has defeated crime bot, a mastermind isn't even going to pay attention to it. You know what I mean? Criminal mastermind. It's not even giving a second thought to that crime fighting robot. It's like, just send we'll just get this guy drunk and let him go knock it over, and we're going to.
Yeah,
we're robbing the art gallery. Like,
yeah, if you can't defeat a drunk man, yeah, that's low on the crime totem pole.
Exactly.
But if you can defeat like armed samurai warrior,
yeah, you got to defeat all the minions of a mastermind.
If you can defeat the movie Heat.
Yeah,
that I
guess.
I don't know what I mean by that. I guess I mean like fully armed.
People. Yeah.
The people in Heat, guys, go watch Heat. Nate and I watched that the other day.
If you can defeat people in heat,
the desire to fuck cannot be beat.
Yeah,
they would like to press their meat.
Slam poetry. Let's go.
In the street, they press their meat. They can't be beat. They're in heat.
Yeah.
I've always thought we should become slam poets because we just throw words together.
I was so let down when I realized that had nothing to do with lyrical wrestling.
You fight and spit prose
like the Ultimate Warrior, but everything is in.
The Ultimate Warrior is definitely a slam poet.
He is.
Ooh, yeah.
He illegally changed his name to the Warrior in real life, man. That guy lived the life.
Is Ultimate Warrior the one that has those armbands that always make me uncomfortable?
They make you uncomfortable.
He puts his armbands like right above his tricep, and it's like
same
between
way.
the tricep and the deltoid. I don't like it.
When I was a kid, it used to make me cringe because I don't like the tourniquet.
Maybe that's where your tourniquet shit comes from, man.
It could be. Yeah, seeing the Ultimate Warrior's arms as a child.
The damage to me, Your Honor.
The Ultimate Warrior ruined my life.
I am no longer the Ultimate Warrior. Here's one that we should probably send to Secret Transmissions. This is another blast out for Secret Transmissions. Blast out.
Good folk.
Good folk, them folk. Loch Ness Monster missing after no sights.
I was taking a drink of water and about lost it. Missing? They found the fucking thing to start with?
He hasn't been seen in 8 months.
Okay. That's what happens when you're a mysterious creature.
Right? They hasn't seen him in 8 months, man. He's missing.
No, he's just letting people know what's up. He's like, remember?
I mean, eventually.
I'm a mystical cryptid. Like, I'm not going to... I don't have to show up all the time so you can take pictures of me. This is my deal, man. I appear in the mist. You take crappy pictures of me. Me and Bigfoot got the crappy picture thing on lockdown.
Let's pretend there's only one Loch Ness Monster.
Let's pretend. I'm going to go out and say there probably is just one, if there's one.
But, I mean, I imagine it's not immortal.
Yeah, maybe it died.
Yeah.
That's true.
Loch Ness Monster dead after no sight. That's presumed dead.
Yeah, imagine just a big fucking prehistoric fucker just washed up on the beach there, or washed up on the, and they'd be like, whoa, okay, where it is. There's Nessie.
There's where it is. One of my students recently, we did I teach first graders, and I was teaching them paragraph structure of like main idea, detail, closing sentence. And we were just doing animals. So the first time was like, I like bears. Bears eat berries. Bears eat fish. Bears live in the woods. I think bears are cool. Right? Would be an example paragraph. And then they're just like, okay, guys, write about whatever you want. And one kid raised his hand and goes, how do you spell Loch Ness Monster? And I was like,
awesome.
Right on, man.
You win.
So everyone's thing was about like squirrels and bears and dogs. And his was like, the Loch Ness Monster is scary. The Loch Ness Monster lives in Scotland.
My thing is like, I love the idea of that, but once again, at this point, I think we have the technology. We should be able to figure out what's in that lock. You know what I mean? Seems like you should just be able to scan it from orbit at this point and see if there's something big in there. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit, there's something big in there.
Send something over it. And I know there's a lot to it, like it's deep and murky and there's all this stuff, but it's 2017, folks. I think we should be able to figure out, because it's contained to that lock, and it's big and it's deep, and I know there's a lot going on, but it's like the Bigfoot that's free range. You know what I mean? If Nessie's in there, I think at this point, the time's now. The times that we need to, we've got the technology. We should be able to find the Loch Ness Monster.
I agree. That is a localized, I don't know how big the loch is.
I'm not exactly
sure. But it's finite,
but
is what I mean.
It is finite.
Well, I guess it was the forest.
It's all finite.
But I mean, it's all finite.
We're a fart in the wind.
My point is, like, Bigfoot is in the forests of America.
Exactly.
That's a huge area.
It's like maybe a mile and a half long, or a mile.
It's big.
Yeah,
but
it's long. It's not too awful wide, and it's pretty deep.
We found the goddamn Titanic. We can find a Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, it's in that. You just scan the shit out of it. We've got to have some kind of state of the art.
You just scan the loch.
You scan it in. We're sending stuff out into the solar system and taking pictures of other galaxies and stuff. We should be able to know if there's a fucking big fish flipper creature living in a lake in Scotland.
Right.
You know, I just think our priorities are wrong.
I agree.
I say
my stance is
I say we need to stop sending metal balls into space, and we need to figure out if there's a monster in the water.
I think it was Stone Cold.
Oh no, that was kind of what is his name? Jesse Ventura.
I always get him and Stone Cold Steve Austin mixed. I always get Steve Austin and Jesse Ventura mixed up.
Yeah.
What's Steve Austin doing these days?
Being stone cold.
Do you remember we were watching a movie?
Like eating a lot of food.
We were watching a perplexing movie called Sandy Wexler on Netflix. Adam Sandler. Guys, not 2 thumbs down.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
We tried so hard and we both hit the wall at the exact same time. You just turned it off. And in my mind, I went, yes.
But my point was, you were trying to say that there was a woman in there who was Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
And no, she was totally not Missy Elliott.
Yeah. I didn't know. She looked familiar. It was,
oh, I don't remember her name. Look it up, guys. IMDb. Sandy Wexler.
Whatever. Nobody.
But I was at a bar one time and I was very drunk. And I kept going up to the bar. I think I've told this story in the podcast, but I kept going up to the bar and like putting my hand up like I was going to order a drink. And when I got the bartender's attention, I would just ask him if Missy Elliott was alive. And he's like, man, I don't know. And then I would wander away and I come up again.
He
like,
loved you.
He was not happy. But I was so drunk I don't even really remember doing it, to be honest. Right? And then, but apparently, like, everyone at the bar got a huge kick because they'd seen me wander up, and I was like, Missy Elliott update, man. She alive? She dead? What's going on? I don't know where that joke came from. I don't know why I decided to do that at a bar in Brooklyn. But apparently, like, the bar was getting a big kick out of me being a lunatic, but the bartender wasn't really about it.
Yeah.
I think she's alive.
Who, Missy Elliott?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She lost a lot of weight.
Study shows all mammals take 12 seconds to poop.
What now?
Study shows all mammals take 12 seconds to poop. I, for one, do not.
No. 12 seconds?
12 seconds.
I don't know. I've never timed it. Sometimes it seems like I poop for a long time. And sometimes I don't poop for very long at all.
I wonder why that is. I wonder why, like, I mean, are humans...
These seem like just such blanket statements.
I've heard that all mammals pee for 20 seconds.
Not me.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. Maybe it's an average.
Yeah, it's got to be an average, which they should say not all mammals poop for 12 seconds. I mean, it's good if you think it out. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. By the time you get to 12, I mean, that's a good... But every now and then, man, especially if you've got it's something that didn't agree or whatever, I mean,
it just comes out of you.
You can crank out a burrow, man.
Right?
Yeah.
I agree. Oh, I learned why. Did you even notice there's no more white dog poop anymore? Did you notice you've never seen a good...
Yeah. I sometimes I just think that's a dream from my childhood.
But I figured out why.
You did.
I personally. I got to the bottom of it. So.
That's true. There used to be white dog poop all the time.
When was the last time you saw white dog poop?
Well, I mean, I'm not around a lot of dogs. I mean, I think when you're a kid, you're outside a lot more and you're around more creatures and
I'm going to tell you right now,
and,
white dog poop is a thing of the past.
Okay, nice. We lived through it though, man. It's like
I remember it.
It's like the greatest generation, World War II. That's what we're
going to tell our grandkids. Well, I remember when the dog poop was white.
Yeah, it's our Omaha Beach, man.
Well, what happened was, now people at home feel free to fact check me because I don't know if I have all the facts, but apparently dog food manufacturers used to use a lot of bone meal to like beef up the amount of...
Oh, so they're just pooping out bone dust?
Right? But now that they crack down like, hey man, you gotta put real stuff in that dog
just
food.
Put ground up bones and
So it was like some real stuff, right? So then they would poop it out
right.
and then all the gooey stuff would go away. Like all the meat and stuff would like, flies or whatever would eat it and it would only leave the white.
Yeah, that makes sense. I used to see that, and I always used to joke and say that that's what E.T. looked like when he got sick. And he looked like white dog poop. People know that.
Yeah. I remember
when he got sick. He would be like, oh. That's what he did. That's what E.T. did. Oh. I'll be right here pooping. He poops for 12 seconds. What was the point of E.T. having a stretchy neck?
I'm not sure.
I mean, he's not gaining that much height,
Right.
If it went way up, and we've seen his homeworld, and we saw it, I guess the ride, the E.T. ride, we saw his homeworld.
We saw?
Yeah, me, myself, and I. Have you ever been on the E.T. ride?
Where's that?
I don't know, Universal or something?
No.
Yeah, there's an E.T. ride. There used to be. When E.T. was a thing, I guess. But yeah, there's an E.T. ride. We saw his homeworld, and it was just kind of like a jungle thing. I don't understand why evolutionarily speaking, why your neck would need to go up like 8 inches. Like, what does that benefit?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, are there trees but you'd think you would just grow to that height to be able to eat the berries off a tree? Or, what benefit does your neck going up like 8 inches do?
Yeah, I would like to see if there was like a real, breakdown of the ET species. Cause I mean, they're in the Star Wars universe, from what I understand.
Yeah,
you can see them in the Galactic Senate.
Yeah, they are. They're in there.
I'd like to know more about them.
Yeah, because they can glow. They have force powers. Is that magic? They can glow, so they're phosphorescent. They have an extendable neck.
They're more advanced than humans.
They can heal.
Yeah.
He healed his bloody cut finger.
I've only ever seen...
They're a powerful species, man.
I've only ever seen the movie in Spanish. I've never seen it in English.
I'm sure it translates.
Yeah. Ete.
Yeah. Ete.
Extraterrestrial.
Yeah. Ete. Extraterrestrial.
Domingo. So...
Stretchy nickel. That was real language.
What's really funny is I was just wanted to say something in Spanish, but all the things that came to my brain were Chinese.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Okay, so here's another article sent to us by my buddy Zach. All right. 4 hash browns recalled over golf ball bits. How did golf ball bits get in the hash browns?
Golf ball bits.
Golf ball bits got into the hash browns.
That sounds like just the worst theme cereal.
Because, I mean, imagine...
Golf ball bits. It'll be a hole-in-one of flavor. It's stupid, you know?
4 essential vitamins.
Why was that so funny to me? 4 essential vitamins. Oh my God, you'll come in under par on fat.
So, a golf ball is kind of a put-together thing.
Why are they making that in the same place as cereal? Yeah, you know, another day, another dollar down at the cereal/golf ball plant.
Did they, I mean, what accident could have possibly happened? Because I can imagine...
No, here's what happened. Yeah, shit. What? They went to golf balls. They just imagine golf balls going everywhere and just going into the cereal vats.
But the thing is, they got recalled. So, like, if there was a big golf ball incident, they tried to, like, skirt it under the rug. Like, it'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we got it. Maybe it was like, I'm pretty sure we got them all out. All right, instead of we'll just send it out if people start finding golf balls.
And they can't have been very, very finely minced because... You'd have to have a pretty good sized piece of a golf ball to determine that it's a golf ball.
Isn't the inside of a golf ball like little rubber bands and stuff? It's like little rubber. It's basically like tons of little rubber bands, right? Like balled up on each other and covered in a hard candy shell.
I have no idea. The potatoes and golf balls are completely different.
Potatoes?
Hash browns.
Oh, goddamn.
Where were you?
Cereal? I've been talking about cereal this whole time. I've been saying cereal plant.
Hash browns.
Well, everything I say stands. Just
well, I said the same thing because I said 4.
We started talking about cereal immediately.
Why were we talking about cereal?
Why would that happen? What happened there? Have we eaten a bunch of golf balls in our hash browns? Almost said cereal again. Hash browns. That's just as odd. But you think they accidentally shipped a bunch of golf balls thinking they were little taters? Like the little spuds?
Yes,
what do they call those?
Earlies?
That's
the new potatoes or?
New potatoes.
Yeah.
Big early. That's up there at the Bush Goliath. Tomato.
I'm really not sure. Because...
I have no clue where to go with that.
I just don't, I can't imagine. I don't know. I don't run a hash brown production plant.
Or a golf ball
plant. But I cannot imagine there's a lot of overlay between those two worlds.
Right. So golf balls got chopped up somehow. Because you can't get a whole golf ball into a hash brown. It had to be busted up and then pieces of it got in there.
Maybe there's like the part where they were cutting the potatoes and the guy just was like fucking around with the golf ball and it fell in. But one golf ball's not going to make a recall, I don't think.
Yeah.
They were just like, push the big red button.
Yeah. One monkey don't stop no show.
No.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe they're like, I think a golf ball got in and they thought they could get it by and then the one person ate golf ball pieces and they're like, fuck, we got to call it all back. Call him back. Way to go, Jimmy.
God damn it, Jimmy. We told you not to fuck with...
Trying to,
this is reminiscent of the other...
stroke off your game and...
Oh, wait a minute.
There you go. He's in there practicing hitting golf balls.
Or maybe just there was a golf... Like, it's a hash brown facility next to a golf course.
And someone just hit it through a window and it goes into the potato masher.
But one golf ball not good stop a show.
It could. If somebody found the golf ball pieces...
So maybe it came in through the window. Or maybe it just came in through something. And then... Like a real Rube Goldberg machine. Like it just like landed in a gutter, rolled down a pipe and threw a thing and landed in the vat. So no one had any idea.
Yeah. OK Go was playing.
Yeah. Right. Here's some news I found myself.
Okay.
Dogs are getting facelifts, nose jobs, and ball implants.
Because that's what you want on your dog. Bigger balls.
What does a dog nose job look like?
Their face is all nose.
What does a dog nose job look? Who is a animal plastic surgeon?
Some people are crazy about their little dogs, man. If you know, they carry them around, they primp them and like special breed them, and they invest, they pay thousands of dollars for them, and they put thousands of dollars into them, and they carry them around in like a little sack.
Right. But dogs live, especially those little tiny dogs, live 10, 15 years at most, right?
Yeah, man, a little dog. Don't do that to a dog. A little dog doesn't know what's happening. You know, a person, you're making the choice. That's your prerogative. If you want to go and get a nose job, you want to get bigger balls, You know? But a dog's gonna be like, what the fuck's going on with me? Like, a dog doesn't know. All it knows is it gets completely fucked out of its mind, and it wakes up and it's hurting. Its
face
sore.
is tight now.
And now it's like walking around smiling all the time with some stupid look on its face. Big fake chompers.
Big swinging pair of testicles.
Yeah, big balls. I don't understand the big balls thing. I don't understand really any of that, but the big balls thing, I really don't understand. It's the last thing I would want on a dog. I mean, he walks into the room and be like, check out the nuts on that, you know?
Look at the sweet dick.
Yeah.
On that animal.
Yeah, well, he is a wiener dog, so
I'm going to say, man, every time I do see balls on a dog, they do catch my eye.
Well, sure, because they're just there. But so you imagine if you saw a dog that had just like
who wants
crazy unproportional balls, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
You see the balls on that dog?
It's like, oh, that's a nice dog. What are you trying to say? Like, what is your goal?
Yeah, exactly. Who's that impressing?
Dog, but why, again?
Other dog? I mean, even other dog. No, they don't give a crap.
I imagine if you go to school, you become a surgeon, and you become a plastic surgeon, that's probably pretty like,
And somebody comes in and goes, can you give my dog bigger balls? Just be like, oh, God.
There are guys out there chuckle fucky enough who be like, yeah.
Well, it's got to be I'm sure it's just because I don't imagine they probably specialize in that sort of thing. It's got to be
anesthesiology, animal, all that stuff's got to be real specific.
That's a niche thing because it's cosmetic surgery on animals.
I imagine any sort of really specialized medicine is pretty like, especially when it gets away from the average. Because like you go into medicine to help people, but then when you're like using plastic surgery, it's not really helping people. And then you're using plastic surgery on animals, it's kind of like.
Right. Imagine a cat walking around with just a giant pair of balls.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's not get ridiculous here. It says dogs are getting facelifts and nose jobs and ball implants, not cats.
And people don't care enough about.
Can you imagine a snake floating around with a big pair of testicles? Fucking dragging behind him? Getting caught on stuff?
I just saw a 6-foot dick today.
I'll coil around eating a mouse.
If you saw a snake crawl with a giant pair of balls behind it, you'd be like, what? Is that a giant crawling dick? Like, what is that? Like, that would stop me. I would just be like, well, mark that one off the list. I have seen it all.
You turn and do a mug to the camera. Now I've seen everything.
Big balls on a dog, that I can get behind. Balls on a snake, now you've lost me.
It reminds me of I don't know how this came up, but one thing and I were talking last night, like if we were to get married, what the circumstances where we'd like leave each other, but like in a chuckle fucky way, we were just joking around. And she was like, if I had surgery and I had 2 dicks, would you leave me? And I was like,
who's her?
Yeah. She's like, what if I had 2 dicks? I was like, that's 1 more dick than I have. And that's 2 more dicks than you have right now. She's like, well, would you leave me? I was like, are the dicks bigger than my dick? She goes, yes, of course. I was like, I'm going to say, I don't know, but I mean, I would like it if you didn't have 2 dicks.
Yeah, because that's 2 dicks too many on your girlfriend.
Right?
I mean, unless you're into dicks. I mean, if that's your thing, you'd be like, yeah, man, get 2 dicks.
Well, I'm into her, right?
Right.
So if she did decide to get a dick.
But if she just showed up and had 2 dicks, she'd have to be like, come on.
Yeah, why are you getting 2 dicks?
Let's have this conversation. Right. Don't show up with 2 dicks. 2 giant dicks.
Right, they've got to be bigger than mine, too.
Yeah, come on, what are you doing? What is this? I get it. What? Yeah.
Yeah, that was her angle. I was like, I'm not sure.
Can they do that? Can they grab
give you dicks?
But would it be functional? Can it like get hard and stuff? Or
yeah, I'm not sure. I know that like when they give people who don't have dicks, they add like a thing you like inflate with it, like you push the testicles like a pair of Nikes. I can't say it. I want to say Nike sneakers.
The pumps. Remember pumps?
Yeah, and you pump up your dick. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, you do. You squeeze the testicles.
Right, and it gets the dick hard. And then there's a valve that lets the air out.
That's exactly like a pair of like 80s sneakers.
That's what the technology is right now. From what I understand, it's easier to give someone a pussy.
I would imagine, yeah. Because you just make it look right.
Right, and then you just turn all that tissue in on itself.
Yeah, and you just sculpt it to look like that, and then you're good.
But like a dick, you gotta like find...
There's a lot going on.
I've heard they can like take a finger off and turn that into it.
Yeah, but still, where'd your finger go? Check this out.
And it's the middle finger, so like you pull your fly out, it's like, fuck you.
He's got a middle finger.
Well, I've noticed that you don't have the middle finger on either of your hands.
Yeah.
And Ting says, yes, I have 2 dicks now.
2 giant dicks.
This is my Ting voice.
But because they got to film up. There's all those like vascular chambers and things.
And you're asking for infections.
It seems like there's a lot
of surgery that goes on, right?
Hey man, some people, you want a dick?
Do you want 2 dicks? Do you think there's anyone out there who's got surgery for 2 dicks? I thought I saw a story about a guy who was born with 2 dicks.
Yeah.
I read that. It was a whole thing. That guy's been up to some adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Did you read that?
If you have 2 fully functional working dicks.
He did.
Yeah, he
had to get surgery because, like, I guess there was like the Y valve where the urethra split into both dicks was kind of like fucked up. So he had to get surgery to get like clear the roughage. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, fully functional, man.
Seems like life would be a party.
For the based on this guy's stories, full on just sex parties.
You just have two functional dicks.
Yeah, I think
that trumps anything in the room. I think there's someone's supposed to be no matter people in there telling all their you just got that card. You just got that trump card. You're just sitting back there being like, yeah, talk your shit.
I'm
the only person in this room with 2 fully functioning human dicks.
You're constantly whipping that fucker out. Huh? You're constantly whipping it out.
Yeah, because no one would believe you.
You're taking it out of bars, you're taking it out of the train.
Taking it out in jail.
Yeah. In court. But do you think, okay, you are flashing people, right? Against the law.
Why are you doing that?
No, but listen. Because someone said you don't have 2 dicks and you have to prove it.
Yeah.
Okay? Which I don't know why it's coming up in every conversation.
But you come to a verbal agreement of being like, all right, yeah, I'll show you. You want to see my dick? And then they go, yeah, my dick's, my peni.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then a cop is like, whoa, you can't be. And then you're like, but officer, I have 2 fully working dicks. And they're like, well, I want to see that.
Exactly. There'd be a lot of like, I don't believe you sort of thing.
And then they'd be like, well, okay, man, you can't just be flashing. Yeah. I mean, you have 2 dicks. What the fuck? Yeah, my boyfriend doesn't like it. Well, that's going to do it for us this week on the Royal Week. I love how we got real like, yeah, 2 dicks. At the end there. I want to thank Kishibashi for letting us use his song intro/Pathos on the Apple 151A. Thank you, Kishibashi.
Thanks, buddy.
I also want to thank my buddy Zach for letting us use this sound effect. If you want to send us sound effects to use between topics, or if you want to send us headlines, you should and you could at RoyalWeCast on Twitter or RoyalWeCast@gmail.com. I want to thank Bradley, Zach, and Kat for sending us all these news articles. I think that's everyone who sent them. Yeah?
I believe so, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. I think that's all the business.
That's the business.
That's the business.
That's the business.
Oh, you're gonna business. Good night, Dad. Missy Elliott update, man.